bottom of the league. With the win tonight, that would could put them up a place as they try and jockey for position for the playoffs. If we can get up one position, that would eliminate playing teams like Canada and St. Lawrence Steel, the number 1 team in the league. It lines us up much better for the playoff push. Graydon to take the face off with Jacko on the side, and Luke and Elise and Hudson are on the back end tonight. Hudson filling in again for Nolan, who still has that hand injury. And in nets, we got Xander Harris controlling the pipes. Sting crosses in, Ace is able to take him, just punch it out. And Jacko's got it as he moves up the far side, and they get it into the zone where Sting will take control. They move it around DB and get it up to a wing, looking for an option there. Checked quickly by Keegan and stopped in the neutral zone as they regroup back in their own end. And there, Elise will take it and get it out, but Sting regained it back in the neutral zone. Puck kind of just going back and forth, inside blue line, and back. Aces, Keegan just flips it way high, takes control. He's going to get it in deep because they need a change. Aces come up with Riker in the far wall. Checked there hard by the Sting as they push it up the wall. Pinched there by Xander as he puts it down behind. Chase first on the puck. Looking for his options. Goes out front. Nobody home to help him out front. Sting push it up, and now they got to break center ice. Odd man rush as they're trying to get it a change. Puck sent to Xander. He just clears it to the backboards. And Riker, looking to get a change, just sends it down all the way. That will be icing. And that's going to come back down deep in the Aces zone. Harry to take the draw. Sting get it to the corner. Checked there by Harry as he kicks it up to himself. Exits the zone. Sting trying to run it around. They enter the zone again. Stick to the front, and a nice save there by Xander, I believe, as he was able to keep that out. And errant pass there by Charlie is it was a 2-on-1, but well played by the Sting defense. Puck cleared by Xander, just out, but picked up by Sting as they move. Xander with it, looks for an option, back checked hard there, but Noxie able to pick it up and move it up the wing. Charlie trying to get around the guy player, can't. As Sting trying to grab a bouncing puck, they flip it, nobody there as they're making a change, and the Ace just send it in deep as they make their change. Sting with it behind the net. As they now gain control, going wide. Get it past defender and they get it in deep. Tried toe drag at the top, but stopped there nicely by Luke as he's looking for an option. He gets to center ice and he's going to skate. Comes around, just tries to flip it towards the goalie who can't quite handle that cleanly. And Ace is able to pick it up and they just put it around behind the boards. Luke goes after it there. Sting come and take control in the corner. And now exit the zone. Ace's defenders do a nice job of checking the first guy, but the follow-up guy had the opportunity there. Ace put it in deep as they get ready for their change. Sting moving around. Up but not out. Riker grabs, gets it in deep again to Keegan. Keegan looking for options in the corner. Gets bumped off the puck and Sting takes control as they chip it up to the blue line and exit. 2-on-2 as they race down. Gonna go and dump and chase to get it in deep. Hudson with it first, but a soft, weak pass right onto a stick of a Sting player. But Ace is able to retain control and exit the zone. Sting just push it right back in. Lee's gonna have to turn and burn. She's got it. Gets behind the net, reverses, looks for her option, hits the winger. Riker with it now. Goes cross ice. Jace. Jace actually takes down a player on a check. Might be his first one of his career. Dilks with the puck as he just gets it in deep. Jace hard on the puck here. Sting there, 2-on-2. Keegan with it. Danger zone there. As Hudson reverts back to in front of the net. Trying center, nothing happening there. Lee's able to catch it with her skates. Puck still out in front. Xander with a quick stick there. And off the bar, and no. Xander with a nice move to push it out with his stick, but right onto the stick of the Sting player who rung it off the bar. Shot there from the defense. That was sent out by Hudson. And they're going to call icing on that, even though I think the Sting player actually got a piece of that on the way back. Face off deep in the Aces zone with Harry to take the draw. Sting controls it, but wins it deep and out. Ace is in a race to get it there. Defense gets there first, able to put it across to his partner. They try and push it up the wing. Ace, Sting has control as they get it up to headman. Checked at the line and turned around by Harry. Harry with it now. His battles gets checked off there at center ice. Battle along the boards won by the Sting as it gets into the Aces zone, but Aces do take control as Harry just able to chip it up there out to the line, but not out. Pushed across into the corner. Tried to center there by Sting, no way home. Tried again, no way home. Nazi there, tries to push it, but stopped. He's going to reverse it around. Xander picks it off the boards. Stinger on a change. They got numbers and time. Xander with it as he skates in. Gets the center, pass, nothing there. Jack's got it off the boards. He gets down deep and gets bodied up into the boards. He's over right there. Cam with it now as the Sting pushed with numbers. 3-on-2 as they enter the zone. Soft pass in the middle, right in on Xander, and he'll cover as a soft pass by the Sting in front. Nobody there to pick it up for the Sting. Graydon to take the draw. Sting win it, but checked quickly by the Aces. Back in front, Hayek. Aces able to get it into a dangerous zone, but Xander there keep his stick and there in front and gets a cover for another face-off. Aces win this. Rory's back there, gets it up to the half wall, but Sting take control there. Sting now one hands it down, and Rory picks that up, takes it all the way back to the D. D is shot there, tried to be tipped, but nothing happening there. Chipped up on the boards by Declan as he's pushing, and then followed up by Luke as Declan gets it, and he just goes cross corner and gets it in deep. Jacko first on there to give chase. Luke with it, and he just puts it around the net, nobody home. Up the boards, and Sting will send it out as it's a foot race. Rory there makes life hard on him, does a good job to not give him a clean break to the net. And Sting pushing out to center ice on their own accord. Sting defenseman not handling the puck very well there. Gets it across the partner and goes up the middle. Now they got a chance. Foot drag, gets it in tight. And a nice save by Xander. Stayed with the player all the way in. Shot from the D. Hits Rory in the back, goes to the corner. Sting with it again in the corner. Jace with it now. He grabs it and he starts skating. Puts it up to Luke, and Luke's going to cross center ice and just go in deep as he's going for a change. Jace is first on the puck. Gets in there hard, grabs control. Looks to go. Getting checked hard along the boards there. Two Sting on Jace as he's controlling it. Get it out, but puts it on Keegan's stick. Gets in tight, goes around, and doesn't get a shot as the winger on the weak side came over to help out for the Sting. Sting now just 1-on-5 as he comes in, looking for a toe drag, goes through the legs of Hudson, who gets him hooked up. A 1-on-5 hooking penalty for Hudson, and that is not the way you want to go. Aces are going to go on the kill. Harry to take the drop. Wins it, and the Ace is able to clear. Charlie hard on the puck there as they move it up. Sting looking to move it, and they get it up to the blue line and enter the zone. Clapper from the blue line, wide and out the other side. And Noxie able to flip it and just get it out. Give past the defenseman as Harry's there to first on the puck, and he gets flipped as he's battling for the puck behind there. Sting take it, regroup, and they're on their way out. Gets down deep as two Aces on the Sting player. Another one comes around, looks out front, right in front, and shot scores! As the Sting player wrapped around the net and sent it right in front to an uncovered player and was able to tuck it home in front of Xander. And the Sting take a 1-0 lead. .6:01 left in the first period. Aces trailing 1-0. Rory takes the puck and zips it. Happening. Declan shot high and wide, goes to the corner. Jack's going to be on it first. Gets it out. Picked up by the Sting player there, and he's going to go retreat around the net. He's going to look for an option there. Pinch there by Declan, and puck gets back to the face-off dot, where Sting just tries and push it out and gets out. That's going to be offside. Sting take control at the end of the zone. Shot from the top of the circle, and just a touch by Xander as it goes to the corner. Ace is back on him as they get in, work to get it in. Picked up by Hudson as he's going to lead the charge here. Looking for options, he's just going to skate and get it in. He does. Goes wide, gets the center, nothing happening there. Jace unable to get a stick on it. Keegan comes in, helping out as Jace has lost stick there along the boards. He's got it now. And the Sting tried to exit through the middle, can't stop at the blue line by Elise. Riker with it as he puts it down to Keegan, gets around the boards. Jace hard on it there. He's going to come around, he's going to end up with it. Jace having a great first period so far. Keegan with it, shot from the dot, goes wide, and Riker racing to get there. Does a good job, but to no avail as they Sting have it from the dot. Shot high, hits Xander, and goes to the corner. Ace is trying to clear it, but can't. Gets to the blue line. Defenseman, backhander from the dot. Tipped it up high and wide. Go push up the wing. Trying to crisscross there. He's just going to flip it in deep as he had two ahead of him. Xander with it. He pushes it back up the boards. Can't not handled well by the Aces. Sting player loses his edge. Gives Dots a chance to get there. Push it up, and he does. Charlie with it along the boards. Working hard. Harry grabs it, and there's going to be a penalty. We are going body checking. And that's going to be 2 on Charlie, I believe. 2 for Charlie for body checking, as the Aces are going to go back on the penalty kill. And a big save by Xander on the cross ice pass and one-timer there just to get pieces. Xander again in front, following the puck nicely. Comes around, they're going to look to center here. Comes the weak side from the D. Shot right into the belly of Xander, and he is able to hold on great sequence by Xander as the Sting were on him. 2:42 left in the period, 1:25 in the penalty kill for the Aces. As the Sting take control and they get it up to the top, they skate down the middle, looking for an option there, nothing happening there. Goes back to the D. He's on his D, he just pushes it back down to the corner. And tries to stuff it short side, and Xander will take control of it there. There's 1:10 left on the penalty kill for the Aces. And the Sting clearly doing everything they can do in their power to try and get that to the middle of the ice in between the hash marks. Sting control along the half ball. Get it back into the middle right where they want it. Check there by the Aces. And Sting re-controls the puck, gets it back down. They're down in the corner now. Sting grab it and they go behind the net. Check hard there. Followed up by another Sting. Got it slowly. Looking for his option. He wants to go across ice. So that D he does. Shot in front. Xander covers there. Does a nice job to hang on. There's 41 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Aces. They're going to make a change and see if they can get something going to clear this puck. 1:58 left in the period. Sting being tossed out for the winger being inside the circle. Still win the draw, get it in behind the net. At least hard on the Sting player behind the net. Sting now looking for options. Skating, looking, just goes back down to the corner with it. He's going to go around the net. Nothing happened there. Comes up. Blocked by Luke with the stick there as he tries to swat it out. Kept in by the Sting. Goes around backside. 15 seconds left on the power play. Sting with it again. They reroute. Reed in front. Keegan on a stick, but right to a Sting player, unfortunately. Back to the D. Shot through screen. Hits Xander. Goes to the corner. 2-1 in the... Another shot. Stopped by Xander. Power play, or penalty kill is over. As we're back to even strength. But the Sting retained control. Down low. Sting player walks out to the middle, finds a defenseman and pinching again, where Luke's able to now flip it out, and the Aces are going to get a wholesale change as the Sting try and push it up to the center ice. Riker with it, flips to himself, and Harry just grabs it and sends it outside. Sting grab it, 30 seconds left in the period. Harry grabs it at the line, he's out. He's going to have to regroup as that came all the way out. Xander with it there. Looks for his options, back to Harry up the middle. Harry now is going to go wide. On the half boards. Brings it out to the middle himself, and Sting just fire that as Xander is going to negate the ice. And 10 seconds left in the period. Xander with it. Goes up to the half boards to Riker. Riker just gets it out of the blue line, and Sting's going to have to regroup as there's the horn for the first period. Aces trailing 1-0 after one. Fortunate as Xander definitely had some great saves there during that penalty kill to keep it at 1-0. All right, period number 2 with Harry on the dot. Sting win that. So they get up to the red line. They're going to go in deep and try to go cross corner. Declan with it first. The puck chips it up to the wing. Sting able to take control there. Gets dangerous spot in the middle, but just poked out. That's just going to get out. Hits Harry's legs. He's going to try and push the pace now. He goes up the wing. Shot from the top of the dot and mishandled by the tendy there, but able to cover up on the second attempt there. Just need to get more rubber to the net, it looks like. Cam to take the face off. Can't say I've said that too many times this year. Declan has it. He's just going to send it around the boards, get it deep. Comes back out to Declan as he goes back down, and Cam's going to take it in behind the net. Gets it in front. Harry with a chance, but not able to connect. Chip past Rory by the Sting as they try and get a lead past Declan, but all the way to Declan. Cam's got it. He gets it up to Harry. Harry comes in. Tries to get it in deep, but off a skate, and comes back the other way with Sting as they chip it past Declan. It's a 2-on-1 now. Cam hard check, cross ice pass, and couldn't get the connection there as the Sting player lost his edge. And Aces turn it back around. Declan leading it now. He's in the zone. Shot low and just looking for a tip by Charlie. Was unable to get there. Sting with a player all the way out on his own. It's a 1-on-1. Shot, scores! Not sure how he was left that far away. He must have been off a late change. And he's able to snipe that top corner as that was a pure breakaway. Aces trailing 2-0, 13:42 left in the period. Sting back, shot blocked by Luke, picked up by Jack, another shot, and up high as it was deflected up and out. Creighton takes the draw, scramble draw there, shot blocked into the corner. Sting control, they get it out in front. Defenseman pitching in, shot, tip, and tied up nicely by Hudson, as he's unable to get his stick anywhere near it. Release down behind the net, gets past, comes out, dangerous spot, gets in front again. Luke with it now, so he's gonna skate it up and go wide. Gets checked at the line and Sting turning around. Sting's gonna come wide and he's offside as the Sting were trying to make a change and weren't able to do it fast enough. That's gonna come back out to the neutral zone as the Aces make their change here and send Keegan to the dot with Riker and Chase and Noxie and Xander on the back end. One by the Sting as they just fired in deep. Knox with it now. Stops there. Reverses it back around to Parter. Oh, Xander loses an edge. Maintains controls and just puts it back behind the net. But Sting have it to try and wrap. Stopped there by Keegan as the Aces just put it out and get it out to neutral zone. Chance to regroup. Jay's hard on the puck and the defenseman misplays that and sends it right towards his own goaltender who's going to have to cover. Gives the Aces a face-off deep in the Sting zone. Keegan to the dot with Jason Riker. Xander and Noxie on the backside. Face-off one to Xander as he just puts to half boards. Not able to control it there. He takes control as the Sting just get it out to center ice. Flipped up to Riker. The Sting are going to control there and they're going to turn. Comes up, goes around, gets in through a couple, and shot nicely gloved by Xander as the Sting player just coming in with a bit of pace into that slot zone and gets a shot away. 12:05 left in the period. Aces leading, or trailing 2-0. Harry on the dot. And the referee pushing both those wingers out. Sting wins it right back to the D. Shot, flipped, hits Harry. Tries to control but can't. Sting now has it. Get it down low. Tip to the middle. Give and go play. Xander with a little leg kick there to make sure it doesn't go. And the Ace is able to take control as they flip the pass. No icing here as Cam's going to be hard on the puck. He's first there. Pats it back to himself. Goes back in behind. Charlie can't handle it there as the defense Sting take it and they go up the wing. Exiting the zone, they look to go in the middle. Lose control right at the blue line. Tries to go through Charlie as he's got a breakdown. And shot and a big glove save by the Sting goalie. And honestly, that's a save. Your glove's in the right spot and shot right to it. From 10 feet away. Makes the play nonetheless. Ace is still trailing 2-0. 11:24 left in the period. Harry wins it to the corner. As Charlie's able to pick it up, looks to center, can't. Harry comes around, he looks to center. Tipped, and scramble! Referee lost sight of it as it was in the middle of about 6 different players there and had to blow the whistle. Unfortunate for the Aces, but that's the way it goes. Lose the sight, blow the whistle. Gray back to the dot. Aces win it again, get it back to the D where it's just had to chip because it didn't come back with any punch. Into the corner, Gray's working hard there. Sting takes control, checked there quickly by Luke. And Elise with the pinch gets it in behind. Again, Sting put it up to the half boards. Pinch there by Hudson, kept in with Graydon as Sting take it, trying to put it out. They now get control in the neutral zone. Headband there, try to go around Elise. She takes it off a skate and gets it back in. Sting now just fired back in. They're gonna have to wait, they're still offside. Got lots of time. Hudson up to the wing. And the Sting center able to take Jack off that puck as he just chips it up the wing. Elise is going to have to skate and go. She puts it behind to Hudson. Hudson back to Elise. She's going to take it up there. Tries to put it up to the half wall with Luke. Luke loses control but gets it out to Jack at center ice. He's going to gain the zone and looks to... Ace is looking to get a change as that's sent deep with Noxie on it. Off the boards to Xander. Xander can't control. Tries to get in the half wall. And Luke able to get it past him. And it's now a 2-1-0. Luke cross ice and beauty goal. As Luke able to get that cross ice pass to Noxie, to Jace. Jace Crystal with the goal from Luke Jessup as he's able just to get a stick on the ice and tuck that home. Ace is now trailing 2-1, 9:43 left in the second period. Sting controls, they go D to D. Back up the middle. Checked there by the Aces. Puck sent out, they're offside. They gotta wait. Now they can enter, they just put it in deep. Xander has it there, it stops, and plugged by another Sting player. He works through that, gets it up to the half wall, and Riker with it as he tries to go up the middle, too far for Jace. Sting control in their own zone. Pass in the middle, now they get control, they just flip it to the middle, and Riker wasn't sure where that was for a minute, but able to get it, flips it up, gets back to the line, pushed back in by the Sting. On the half wall there, as he moves to the middle, gets around the player, he's in tight, goes deep and around and scores! Long stick and reach as he just kind of went around a player here and there, and then it was able to outweight Xander on the way as the Sting take a 3-1 lead with 8:45 left in the period. Harry on the dot, wins it clean back to Rory. Rory off the boards to Charlie. Charlie gets it there and he's going to go deep. Cam's going to come around the far side. He's got control of it there. Stops, misses actually. As Sting take control and trying to get to the middle. Charlie stops that, but the Sting's going to put it all the way down. Not sure why that wasn't icing, but Rory plays it, gets back up. Sting have it on the half board, so he's trying to go back to the D. Picked up by Cam as he moves it up to Charlie. Charlie up to the middle. Shot from high. Steered to the corner. As they pick it up behind. Back to Declan at the line. He just pushes it back down. Cam with it on the half boards trying to get it. And can't. Pushed up by the Sting as can't quite control. So they just put it in deep. They're going to race for it. Declan on it as the Sting make a change. Sting hard on the puck quickly as the Ace had an opportunity to exit the zone but couldn't. Sting take it. They go back to the D up in the middle. Shot high and wide. Rebound controlled by the Aces. As Declan puts it behind and Xander puts it, Rory puts it behind to Declan. Kept in by the Sting as Rory takes control. He goes around the net. Looking for options here. And he just pushes it up, trying to go to himself. Gets a little far up. Now Declan's on his own behind. He's got it as he wraps around. Goes up to the half boards. Cam just tries to chip it. And Sting able to keep it in. As they come in tight. Again, tries to shelf off the bar. No goal. Cam just fires it out to the neutral zone where the Sting will pick it up. And they'll recycle and stem back up the middle. They're going to go to the corner and they're going to get a change. Rory on it deep. Reverses it back to Declan. Declan now there. Gets to half wall. Sting get it and they push it back down. Comes out to the middle where Rory picks it up. He's going to look around for Charlie. He goes up off the boards to get it out and does. As that's going to go down. Harry's got a step on the Sting. He's all by himself. Pulls it back. Tries to get into the middle to somebody. But 4 Sting players sitting in the middle saying thank you very much. Sting push it back down where Hudson's going to have to play it. Puts it up to the wing. Where it's chipped out there by Luke. Luke trying to beat the defenseman, as he does. Takes control low, goes across ice, can't connect with Jack. Jack now with it as he tries to go to the middle, can't. Shot by Grayson, as I was deflected to him in a great spot. Nice stick save by the Sting goalie. As the Sting exit now, and it's 1-on-1. Nice play by Hudson, goes stick check there. Just gonna push it back up to the line and out. Aces push it to Jack. Jack's got it. He's going to get to the red line. Check there. As that was a high check, and that's going to be a penalty on the Sting player, as that is a high sticking for them. And 2 for head contact, as the Aces are going to go on their first power play of the game. Drained on the dot with Luke and Jack, Noxie, and Xander on the backside. And face off one back to the Aces tee. Jack with it at the dot, goes to the middle, backhander. Oh, steered clear by the Sting goalie. As they try and push now. Sting just working hard, as that's going to be a tripping penalty on Jack. As the Sting player was just going with the puck, and unfortunately, Jack gets a stick in his legs, and that's going to negate the penalty, as we're going to be 4-on-4 for 1:39. Sting leading 3-1 with 5:18 left on the clock. Keegan to the dot. Face off one to the Sting, shot, blocker side by Xander. Back to the Sting player. Noxie working hard there. Sting moves it to the corner as they are able to evade Noxie. Back behind, Xander hard on him. Puck's out in front now. Shot, short side, nothing happening there as Riker's going to take control. Move it up to the middle to Xander. Xander's coming off on his own now. Goes wide, comes in, gets to the middle. And nothing happening there as Sting did a nice body check to knock Xander off the puck. They go far side now to the defense to control the puck. And they get it up inside the zone. Hard check by Xander or Noxie, but they maintain control. They get it back to the line. Shot from above the dot and hits the Aces player, comes back out. That's Knox. He's not feeling well now as they take it. And that goes around. Knox trying to take a half step or two to get there. Goes body on him, loses control as he's still sore. He's got to get off. Keegan with it as he loses it at the line, and Sting comes in, shot, and steered towards the side by Xander. And Jace and Keegan's going to come in. Xander's going to get another penalty here. Knox is still feeling the effects of that shot. Xander's getting 2 for roughing along the boards. And so it will be a 4-on-3 for 18 seconds. And then a 5-on-3 for 22 seconds after that. Ace is able to clear it. As Sting taking their time, just waiting to get to the 5-on-3. Moving the puck around. And that'll do the 4-on-3. They're now 5-on-3s. They try and get it in. Declan hard to it. He's got it, control there. He's going to come around. He puts it up off the glass to the line, but not out. Sting put it in deep. Declan with it. He's going to send it all the way down. That'll do the 5-on-3. It's 5-on-4 for 1:20. Sting trying to push it in. Ace is able to control. It's pinned along the boards there. Trying to get it in, and they get in. It's 2-on-1. Comes around, and nice stick check by Rory as he's able to chip it out. Minute left on the power play for the Sting as they regroup at center ice and turn it back in. Walks through a couple players. Rory there, just sends it to the line. Controlled by Sting. Gets it down to the corner in behind. Declan comes behind. Gets it out in front. Shot off the bar. No. And down the corner again. Tries to go cross ice, but puts it right on Xander. He puts that back. Back behind the net again. As Declan trying to work hard to stick. They come out short side, and Xander started to leave the post early, and he was able to come out short side and go shelf on Xander, as that'll be another power play goal for the Sting, and they are now up 4-1. Ace control at center ice. Harry with it, backhanded as Sting able to pick it up. Lee's pinching there, gets by her. Stinger going to take it now as they come up with speed. Stick handle around Hudson. Goes wide, and Xander able just to hang with him long enough that he was unable to get a shot on net there. As the Ace is able to clear the zone. But Sting take control in their own zone. Around the net. Up on the wing. As they push it back, Lease with a good stick there. But they're 2-on-1 again. Shot checked by Hudson as it goes deflected in behind the net. Sting just pushed it on the net. And they come back out with it. Man, weak side there. Back to the D. Has trouble with it. Support by the Sting as they come back and they take control again in front and miss the connection there, and Ace is able to push it out to the middle And Harry's going to beat his man. He's got a step on the other defender. It's all by himself. Goes bar and out. Quick foot by Harry to get around 2 defenders. Unable to deposit it. Riker with it now, goes back to the D. Xander just pushes it up to the wall. Gets in behind and around by the Sting defense. Knox there to pick it up. Pushes it to the center onto the Sting stick where they just put it back to the Aces. Comes back around. Sting with it now on the wall. Xander with a good check is able to keep it in. Battle along the boards. And Sting is just going to flip that out. And it's going to be touched by a player on the bench. And we'll have a face-off outside the zone. Green to the dot. Sting win the face-off, take control, flip it up. Right, they're not able to control it. 3-on-2 there, get it wide. Shot, and off the mask and wide. Graydon grabs that, gets it to the half wall. Defense puts it back down. Shot by the defense. Knox it, takes it off again, right to the stick of the Sting defense or centerman, who sends it high and wide. Puck in the corner there now. As that'll do it for the second period. And the Sting leading 4-1 after 2 periods. .18 on the clock as we get ready to start the third period. Aces down 3. Harry on the dot. Sting win the face-off and push it up the wing there, where checked by Declan. Along the boards. Cam trying to work, push it out. Just kind of back and forth, as the Sting move to the middle now with it. Gets around, but a nice back check by Charlie to help out there as he tries to get it over to Cam. Misses that. It's going to go wide and down. Sting check up behind the net, get it to the winger, flips it up into the middle. As they're going to come down 2-on-2. Another back check by Charlie, but able to get past that. Gets behind, looks for the stuff again, not there. Declan working hard behind the net by himself, goes for the Mishi, as that's swatted by Harry. Make sure that there's no Mishi happening there. Rory with the body check there. As the Sting just controlling in behind the net. Declan with it as Aaron pass to the middle. Sting still with it in the corner. Comes up, tries to go into the middle. Shot, short side. Save made by Xander, and a second save made as we get some pushing and shoving in front of the net. Face-off to come deep in the Aces zone as they'll finish their change. Keegan to take the draw. Face off one to the boards where Sting pushed it down deep. Elise grabs it there, reverses, looks for her options up off the wall, and Jace is going to take it there. He's going to chip it and go to himself. He's got to step on the defenseman. As the defenseman running interference, 100%. That is a penalty all day. As the defenseman just leaned on top of Jace and put him down. Aces go to the power play, 16:24 on the clock. Down 4-1. Keegan on the dot with Elise and Hudson on the backside. Face off won by the Sting team. Picked up by the Aces down deep in the corner. Keegan with it. Goes around the net. Gets it back to the D. Hudson with it. He pushes it back to the half wall. He's going to skate out to the middle. Looks for an option. Gets it to Elise. Has to take it on her back hinge. Puts it back to Keegan. Keegan with a clapper. About 15 feet wide. Goes to the other corner. Hard on is the Sting. But so is Jace and the Aces. Keegan there as the Sting pick it up and get it back to Hudson. Hudson with the low shot. Scores! As that was a C9 shot by Hudson. I don't think that puck ever got off the ice, and the Sting goalie just kind of stretched and boom, 5-hole. Aces back 1, now trailing 4-2 with 15:43 on a power play marker. Hudson, the AP, with the goal, I believe coming from Riker and Keegan. Sting control the face-off, they go up the wing. Whoa. Rory with it, looking for options, tries to go high side, but goalie not budging as Rory looked to the middle for a shot. Wasn't there, knocks it in the clapper wide and gets behind where Sting will pick it up. Sting get it in deep, but Ace is able to come back out. Luke with it is going to try and go wide around Sting defenseman. Defenseman rubs him out along the boards. Support there by Rory as he pushes it back to Luke. Luke back down low to Rory. Pushes back by the Sting. Back behind there, goes to the other side. Rory's going to have to chase. Sting defenseman tries to reverse. Can't. Gets out in front to Jack. And Jack just shouldered there. Clapper by Xander. And another one by Knox as it goes to the corner. Jack fans on the puck there. Rory tries. Nothing happened there. It's the Sting trying to clear, but Luke there to gain control. Gets down low to Rory. Rory with it behind the net. Looking for what his options are. Goes to the middle. Bouncing puck. Shot. Save. Pushed wide by the second chance by Jack. As the Aces are going to have to come back and get a change as the Sting look to push it up the pace. Comes right. Round. As the Ace is able to just make the Sting skate around. Knox just throwing his body around today as just trying to push through everything that's out there. Sting coming around. Looks for an option. Tries to do a drag there, can't. Puck pushed out to center ice by the Aces where it's picked up by the Sting. D-to-D pass there. As an errant pass out, goes to center ice. Xander with it. He's going to try and flip it to Charlie on his way out. Couldn't handle the pass. Pass pushed up by the Sting. Good deep. Xander with it now. He gets it up on the half boards. Cam's got it. They got to skate. Cam with it as he gets to center ice. Just pushes it in towards the goalie who puts it behind the net. Harry's first on it there. Off his skate and in! Harry with the back just tries to put it out off the goalie's stick and through his legs. Unconventional goal. That's Harry from Cam is what that'll go down as. And that makes it 4-3 Sting, as that would be the definition of a lucky goal. Grain hard on the puck there. Trying to work it. Ace is getting a bit of life in them now. Sting enter the zone. Coming to the middle, get it out wide. Back into the middle. Backhander. And Xander with the save. Back out to the center. Defense takes it there. Gets down low. On the half boards, Jason Scott, he's looking for an outlet. He gets it out across to Riker. Riker's going to skate now, go wide. Shot from the top where the Sting goalie is going to glove that and hang on to it. Aces take a face-off deep in the zone. 12:30 left of the clock, down, trailing 1 in the third period. Grain to take the face-off. Keegan playing on the back end right now, as I think Keegan and Rory have made a switch. Declan able to control that as it just got out. He puts it back in. D-to-D pass by the Sting. Back over to the other D. So they're going to now push it up the other side, far side. They get it there and they're just going to dump it and go chase it into the deep corner. Keegan on it there. Gets beat out by the Sting players. It gets pushed to the Sting. Trying to go high and over the net. Goes back to the other side. Sting just push it back behind the net where they've had success today. Keegan with it there, just working it around the boards. Grain able to get control of it for a minute, where Keegan now comes and he's going to rim it around, and Declan's going to take it on the boards there. He pushes it up into the feet of Riker. Didn't know it was coming. Clapper from the blue line, as Xander will take it there and he'll cover. As a low clapper that Xander easily handles. 11:37 left in the period. Aces trailing by 1. Jack to take the draw. Gets in front there. 2 whacks at it by the Sting as they come behind. Reverse. Clapper, nothing. Xander dives after it. Doesn't have it. Still bouncing around in front. Jack with it as he tries to push it out. Can't. Kept in by the Sting defense. Goes back behind the net. Checked there by the Sting player. That's going to be a body contact on Elise, as she was absolutely checked on the way to the puck and lost control. Ace is going to go back on the power play. 11:17 left on the clock. Sting bench calling for a dive on Elise, but pretty sure she's the last person that would actually dive. Sting control and they get it up to the line. Hudson with it in his feet, able to pick up a Jessup. Jessup gets a shot off, but wide. Rory takes it on the half boards. Rory just goes down low to Jack, who misses it there. Checked quickly by the Sting, as they're going to try and clear it up the middle, and don't, as that was kept in by Elise. Luke with it now, skating around with it, trying to maintain control. The Aces are. Rory comes with it out in front, and another one off the Sting goalie, off his stick, and popped up right in front of him. Almost went 2 for 2 off the Sting goalie's stick. Aces will change the back end as they keep Luke, Jack, and Rory up front. Sting win it. They're going to flip it, and controlled by Xander at center ice. Luke's take it there. He's going to skate in. Looking for what his options are as the Stinger hard on the puck. Pushes it around behind. Sting will take control there. They're going to try and fire it up. And Noxie misses the soccer kick as Xander's forced to take it back at his own blue line. Just pushes it out past the blue line there, where Rory's able to take it. Pushes it to center ice, gets around the player. He's got control along the boards. Rory with it. Drag. Nothing happened there as Stinger able to clear it all the way down. 53 seconds left on the power play for the Aces. Xander comes around with speed. To center ice with Xander. Xander comes in, gets to the dot. Trying to see where he goes, centering pass, nothing happening there. Picked up by Charlie, back to the D. Noxie with Clapper, and the Sting goalie was flailing there. Another one by Harry. Harry shot, blocker to the corner by the Sting goalie. Nice save there. Sting lose control of it in the corner. Harry first on it as Sting come back as he got tied up, and they're going to pinch it off the boards and get it down. 18 seconds left on the power play. Xander with it as he pushes it up to Charlie. Charlie at the line gets checked by Sting and pushed out there as Knoxy got tied up. Puck up to the line with Knox. Knox got it there. Shot along the ground, pushed straight back out by the Sting goalie. Power play is over, back to 5-on-5. Sting now with it as they're going to look to send it. Yeah, he thought about the long pass, and there it is, right to the line as the Sting player pushes it deep into the corner. Pass back to the deep. Shot. Stick saved by Xander to the corner. Flipped up by Declan. And Harry will take control along the boards there as he just tries to get in deep but can't. Sting can take control in the neutral zone. Flip it past Declan there as they come in. Top of the circle to the dot. And hooked by Declan there. A nice stick check by him to stop the shot attempt. Declan gets to center ice, puts it in, and gets checked hard along the boards there. Could have been 2 for boarding. As the Sting turn it around, they come up the middle of the speed. They're going to send it in deep. Far side. Keegan has to be first there. Sting player beats him. Keegan bodies up to not let him progress. Sting centerman comes around. He's got it. Looking for options. Gets back to the D. Shot. Tipped wide by the Sting player. Keegan comes up with the puck as he just tries to lift it up along the boards. Not. And Sting player pushes it right back down. Sting now trying to center. Nobody home for him. As Jace pushes it up to Riker. He's going to turn and burn. 2-on-2 as they enter the zone. Riker gets around him. He's got strength and size off the net and back to the side where Sting play it. And Keegan there to just push it back down deep as he's going to go for a change. Riker turns to take control there. Gets knocked off a stick where the Sting take it. They try to push it to the middle. Elise is there as she's just going to push it right back up to Riker. And the Sting take it as they go back and regroup in their own zone. Sting with it now as they enter the zone. Puck gonna get into feet. Nobody knew where it was there for a second. Gets along the boards. Heads it in along the boards with Jace waiting and Grain. Sting come out, centering pass, but Ace is able to pick it up there as Riker comes out with speed now on the wide side. Cuts to the middle. Tipping it to himself. Shot off a foot by Jace. Riker with it. Hudson now. Shot off a stick. Oh, off the toe right to Jack, who was unable to get a good wood on it. As the Sting just trying to fire it out. Elise takes it. She's going to send it back. Give the Sting there a chance to change. Back up to Luke. It goes to center ice. Crosses in. Goes into the corner with it. Centering pass. Misses everybody. Sting take it now. So they cut to the middle. Offside by a step. .6:17 left in the period. Faces it off outside the Aces zone. Jack on the dot. Sting win the face-off back into the neutral zone where they regroup in their own. Push it up off the boards along the sidewall. Picked up at center ice by the Sting. Come in. Shot from the top of the dot. This is high and wide. Sting pick it up on the far side. Gets it in behind the net there. Where Xander's able to take it. He's going to push to the pace. Skating up the side, along the side. Stick check at the blue line, but it's in. Luke grabs it, just pushes it behind. Rory's going to skate there. He gets stick check. He's able to stop everything there. Support by Luke, a little slow. Knox able to keep it in at the blue line, and it's going to be another penalty for the Sting as they're going to take another body checking penalty as Knoxy going in after the puck got slung around. That's a bit of a big kid penalty, I think, in my opinion. Knoxy's a bit of a wild skater, goes hard on everything, but I don't think the Aces got the benefit of a call there. 5:36 left in the period. Graydon on the dot. Or sorry, Harry's on the dot. Face off one, kicked out by Aces with it. Clapper right into the belly of the Sting goalie. Good control by the Aces as options were covered and they put it into the middle where there was somebody. Good puck movement. Minute 51 on the power play, 5:27 left in the third period. Aces looking to find the equalizer. One back to Noxie by Harry. He'll go off the sideboards back to Charlie. Charlie back to Harry. Or sorry, Knox. Knox, Clapper, high, off the mask and in. Noxie with the goal from the point, off the mask and in. That'll be Noxie from Charlie, Matt, and Harry. As that's a game-tying goal. 5:18 left in the period, or in the game. As the Aces just simply need to get more pucks towards the net. Sting winning as they get in far. Backhander off a stick and behind the net. Other side. Oh, almost off. Xander's skating in, but he's able to just deflect it out. Puck gets out off of Gray's stick. As the Aces will pick it up in the red line and they just get it in deep. Sting pick it up along the boards. Trying to move it, but fans on it. Gets it up to the blue line. They enter the zone. Check there. Sting still with control. Try and get a shot off. Can't. Deflected to the defenseman. Off. Oh, behind and right onto the stick there where he's able to hit short side. And that's going to be a penalty on Declan. Oh, it looks like, sorry, that's going to be another penalty on the Sting. I missed what happened there. Must have been something before that. Cross-checking on the on McGrath from the Sting. As the Aces go back on the power play, 4:31 left in the period, tied 4-4. Try and generate another late period marker. Scramble draw, Jack maintains it, get back to the D. Declan with it. Shot, deflected, goes to the corner. Rory will pick it up there. He's got control. It comes in short side. Shot, no. Oh, another opportunity there by Luke as it just wasn't able to grab it. And Sting try and push it, they do. Declan with it. As he's looking for his offside, he'll go D to D to Keegan. Keegan pushes it up to Luke. Luke with it as he moves to the middle. Checked there by the Sting, but supported by Jack. Jack pushes it to the side to Rory. Keegan goes far side to Declan. Declan with it there. Shot! Oh, and just off of something as it was slightly deflected. Rory with it in the corner. Looking for options. Puts it up to the half wall to Jack. Able to maintain control as he pushes to the middle. Quickly checked by Sting and tried to clear, but not. Declan with the shot off the Sting player. Goes deep. Luke with it. Bouncing puck goes off and maintains control. Back to the half wall where the Sting's got it. They're going to skate. Now he sends it down right on net where it's going to be pushed back to Keegan. Keegan around the net. Sting get their change as the Aces look to push now. Luke with it. Gets checked right at the blue line where Declan will take control there. 41 seconds left on the power play. Declan wisely back to Keegan as Declan's going to finish his change. As forced pass by Keegan, by Cam able to pick it up as he enters the zone and gets it in deep and low. Charlie on it there. Sting with it as they body him off. They're trying to clear on the half wall and they do get it out. Elise can't quite reach it, but she's got it. She's being chased up to the half boards and Sting got it there. Push it down, Elise has got it. Man on hard. 11 seconds left on the power play for this Aces. As the Sting are just pushing it. They're going to go for looking for their change. Hudson with it, as he goes around the boards up to the wall. Charlie with it, back to Elise. Elise up to Harry, where it's mishandled, pushed back in by Sting. Harry's able to get it at the blue line, puts it over to Elise. Elise up to the wall to Cam. Cam just chips it in deep. 2:16 left in the period as the Aces go to get their change. Harry's first on it. makes him stop and reverse. Harry going to come for his change now. Rory goes in as F1. Pushed up to the half wall. Sting pushing across ice as they're going to take in the zone. They go deep and they're going to chase in behind the net. Hudson with it as he mans up the man there and gives it up to Jack as it's tipped there by Rory and out. And Sting take control as they regroup in their own zone. Chipped off the boards there where Jack's got it. He enters the zone. Looking for option, just puts it on net and wide. Rory with it as he misses it, but Luke with it as tried to backhand it in and couldn't. Sting now come out with as Noxie's working hard to check. Puck back to the blue line and through, and Xander able just to steer that to the corner. Chipped around by Xander, but Sting controlling the corner. Xander now with it there as he gets hammered, and that's a late call by the referee as the Aces are going to go back on the power play. 1:07 left on the clock, and honestly, that call was administered by the fans as that was a very late decision. Coach having words with the referee right now, trying to get an explanation of what he called, why he called it. All right, we've had our conversation. Let's move on. It's not going to do anything.
What's he talking about?
It was a late. Like it was 2 speed down.
On his head.
Yeah. Yeah. Ace pick it up at center ice. Noxie going to push it across to Xander. Xander with it as he tries to get it up. Harry takes control of center ice. Enters the zone. He's going to chip it up into the corner to himself. Looks for an option in the middle. Off the back of the net as Knox comes down to keep it in. Harry with it as his man loses his stick. Or loses an edge, sorry. Xander with it. Shot through the legs, up high. And controlled by the Sting goalie. He got his glove on it. Knocked it straight down and was able to get a quick whistle as the referee thought he caught it. 33 seconds left on the clock as the Ace is still in the power play. Jack on the dot. Sting control it. They're going to try and send it out. They can't. Rory with a quick shot to the net. Steered to the corner by the goalie. Luke with it. Rory on the half boards. Puts it back down into Luke. Sting get it there. Try to center it, but not. It's on his feet. Luke with it. He's going to fan on it. Tries to get back to Declan. Declan puts the half boards quick. Luke with it. Shot in front. Cleared by the Sting. Declan with it. 8 seconds on the clock. Just puts it down to the corner. Riker centering pass. Nothing happening there. Almost gets out, and that'll do it as the Aces able to claw their way back to a 4-4 tie. It was a valiant effort by the Aces with a bit of luck, lady luck on their side as they get a pivotal point in the standings. Not depending on what Cornwall does, will tie them with Cornwall and who they face tomorrow as they try to get 2 on Cornwall tomorrow to jump ahead of them. As that'll be it for tonight. So